In 2008, after starring in the movie Seven Lives, Will Smith disappeared from cinema for several years to pursue the career of his son, Jaden Smith. As it is now commonly believed that with such a turn, Smith destroyed himself as a superstar. On the big screens, Smith returned only in 2012. He simply could not refuse the crazy money that he was promised by Sony Studios for the threequel Men in Black. Thanks to the royalty rate Smith received for his participation in the shooting of this film, more than $100 million. That is, he pulled the trick with Sony Studios, which was previously pulled by Tom Cruise with the film company Paramount. But if thanks to the efforts of Cruise's third Mission Impossible failed at the box office, Men in Black 3 still managed to bring profit. But it was blew expectations of the studio, and they refused to shoot next film with Will Smith, and gave us all Men in Black International, which no one wanted, and at the box office were very mediocre. In general, all the rest of the time for 6 years, Will Smith spent on his son, which he considered as talented. In 2010, his labors in this direction succeeded. Karate Kid, with its small budget, grossed $350 million worldwide. Jaden Smith was paid $3 million, which is kind of funny. After that, Daddy Smith started looking for a script for some hard-hitting movie where his son's potential can be revealed at 100%. The movie he chose was After Earth. The original script After Earth was quite different. It had no sci-fi, and the action took place in our day. It was about a father and his son who went camping. Far from civilization, the father in several places broke down and the son had to go through mountains, forests and rivers to get help. Along the way, he were fighting off the pursuer in the face of a bear assassin. Will Smith liked the idea very much, but the movie did not involve any big budget and did not claim the laurels of a blockbuster. This fact did not suit Smith. And therefore he involved writers to work on the script. He had to move the action to the distant future. At the same time, Will Smith made attempts to turn After Earth into a franchise. A kind of Bible was prepared for the film by famous authors, telling the story of the world in which people lived and their desire to leave the earth. Smith also commissioned several novels, which take place in the universe of the film. Usually Will Smith does not advertise his relationship with the Church of Scientology as John Travolta or Tom Cruise do. But when working on After Earth, he did not hold back and was assisted in creating the universe by prominent Scientologists. Due to this fact, the film will be compared to the failure of Battlefield Earth. As a director, Will Smith is pulled up by Night Shyamalan, known for the films The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. However, under the agreement between them, Shyamalan basically was in charge of the second crew, plus he supervised the framing and gave advice. It was something similar to the situation with the filming of Rambo First Blood 2 and Cobra, where Sylvester Stallone worked as a director, and George Cosmatos, who is officially listed as the director of these films, was responsible for the overall atmosphere on the set. Acting advices also provided by Will Smith, which Jaden Smith followed. He did not let anyone else to work with Jaden Smith and worked with him always one-on-one. All the action sequences, which in the course of filming several times revised, also invented by Will Smith. It was because of him, shooting the project dragged on for an extra month, resulting in over budget by $10 million. The version of the film, assembled by Will Smith and Night Shyamalan and sent to the test group for review, was immediately rejected. Viewers were not interested and fell asleep in their chairs. It was because the film was 2.5 hours long. The studio insisted on reducing the timing, resulting in a film shorter by an hour. Several actors who participated in the shooting disappeared from the final film. Christopher Hivju, known to many for his role as Tormund in the TV series Game of Thrones, lost most of his beard and hairdo for the shooting of this film. He has long fought with the department responsible for the makeup of the actors, defending his hair and beard, but in the end gave in. As a result of his role in the film remained 30 seconds. The disaster with the film After Earth happened on the first opening weekend. In its opening weekend at the US box office, the film has mastered only $27 million. With a comparable budget, worse than After Earth of the films of Will Smith in cinemas, was only Ali back in 2001. Immediately after the premiere and the derogatory reviews from the press, all the blame was taken by the director Night Shyamalan. Although, few people listened to him and the main blow was taken by Will Smith and his son. Even the director of the trilogy Men in Black, Barry Sonnenfeld, who resented the actor, made a pass at Smith. The director claimed that something happened to Smith after 2008, and when he arrived on the set of the movie Men in Black 3, he felt that nothing left from the formerly charming guy, whose mere appearance on the set has already charged everyone with positive. The final box office receipts at the worldwide box office, $243 million, with a budget of $130 million. All ideas for a sequel the studio immediately cancelled. Will Smith had to forget about franchise and the star career of his son, which ended after this film. Will Smith and Jaden Smith received another Golden Raspberry as the worst actors and the worst cast ensemble. Smith himself calls the failure of After Earth the most painful in his career. The actor says that after Wild Wild West, he thought that there could be nothing worse. But with this failure, not only did he suffer, but also his son. According to the actor, this is a whole other level. Many agree that Will Smith started making his son a star too soon. As a result, Daddy Smith broke his psyche and ruined his career. In 2019, director Night Shyamalan, at a lecture at the Stern School of Business, stated that he considers After Earth as a trash film, which he got into without thinking. He does not consider this film his own, because in this film he worked just a tool. Thanks for watching, subscribe and stay tuned.